Hey, what's up, Dance Fam? Welcome to Dance Chats with me, your host, Ashley Rich. This podcast is exclusively for dance parents. So, from choosing dance studios to tips on supporting your dancer, this is your one-stop shop to help you navigate your child's dance journey with wisdom, grace, and purpose. So, with that, let's jump in. Hi, my name is Ashley Rich, and I am a dance teacher, choreographer, artistic director of my own dance company, convention teacher, adjudicator, dance program developer, and mentor with over 15 years of experience. From my foundational years of training to attending the Ailey School to being a contestant on So You Think You Can Dance and so much more, my extensive training and dance journey up to this point have enabled me to embark on this new journey to help you, dance parents, navigate your child's dance journey. Throughout my teaching years, I've had the pleasure of knowing some pretty incredible dance parents who have become like family. And I'm going to use my knowledge along with some real life insight to help you. It is truly my passion to teach dancers to use their gift for a purpose. And given the season of life that I'm currently in, which we'll get more into later, it has become a realization that without dance parents truly being on board and understanding the world of dance better, their dancer's journey will be way harder than it needs to be. We need you. And with my personal dance journey in mind, I know that I would not be where I am today without my amazing dance mom. So, with all of that being said, on our first ever episode of Dance Chats, I wanted to start with sharing my dance journey. So, I grew up in California and had my formative training there. I went to an awesome competition studio where I had an amazing dance teacher who's super supportive and who I'm still very close to this day. I love this studio. I love training in jazz and hip hop and lyrical and being able to perform with all of my friends. I mean, I love the community aspect along with the dancing as well. So when I was a teenager, I told my mom that I really wanted to get stronger in ballet and modern. So she found a really great studio that focused exclusively on those two things. So I started going to both studios. I know that sounds crazy, but that's why I tell you guys, like, my mom is the best. She knew that I wanted to do this professionally. So she literally was like, let me get homegirl all of the experience she needs, all of the training she needs. And I am so appreciative of it. So here I am training in two very different atmospheres. And if you've seen my choreo now, then you can definitely understand why I lean more towards the fusion of contemporary and jazz or contemporary and hip hop. It definitely gives me the opportunity to fuse all of my training and my favorite styles together. But let's get back into it. So here I am training at two studios and loving it. And the summer before my senior year, my mom allowed me to go to the Ailey summer program, and I loved it. It was amazing. I love New York, obviously, and I loved Ailey. I mean, being able to see dancers that looked like me, that I aspired to be one day, was literally life-changing. And it just solidified at that point for me what I wanted to do, and that was to inspire young African-American dancers that they can achieve anything with dance. And I truly was changed from the inside out after that experience. So because I love the summer at Ailey's intensive so much, I auditioned for their certificate program to do after high school. And by the grace of God, I made it in. And also, side note, my mom knew that this was the best program for me. We toured schools. We went through all of these dance programs at the time. And this just seemed like the best fit, the place that I needed to be for my goals at that point. And God bless her for sticking out that process with me. Love you, Mom. So let's fast forward. There I am at Ailey in their certificate program, thinking that I'm going to go down the path to hopefully be in their company one day. And boom, I realized that this isn't the path I wanted to take anymore. I mean, as I said before, I love the Ailey School, the company, and I still do. They are incredible and my favorite company to this day. But even in spite of all of that, I knew deep down that this wasn't the path for me ultimately. But now what? I spent my whole training time up to this point with a goal of making it into this company, and I no longer wanted to be in it. Yikes. So my first thought was my mom is going to think I'm crazy. So here I am freaking out and super stressed because not only did I work my butt off to get to this point, but my parents worked extremely hard to pay for this training. Yikes. So shortly after Ailey, I had to go back home to California and have an honest talk with my family. And I just remember my dad saying that I should go into teaching dance. And I literally looked at him and said, I will never be a teacher. Super funny, because that is literally my favorite thing to do. I mean, let me tell you, I initially kicked and screamed about the whole idea of teaching, but not long after getting my first teaching job, I completely fell in love with it. So I guess my dad was right. Guess he knows a thing or two, or a lot, or just knows me really well, obviously. So shortly after realizing my new love of teaching, I decided to audition for So You Think You Can Dance for the experience and for fun. And to my surprise, I actually made it. And let me tell you, I was not ready for that experience, y'all. It was overall amazing and fun and a great experience, but it was also super hard, super challenging, and so many other things. But among all of that, I just remember having a moment in one of our rehearsals that I realized that I did not want to dance in this capacity of the industry either. That's the commercial world. And I was completely flabbergasted. I just knew like this is going to be a great experience. This is probably going to be something I'm going to want to do, get into the commercial world of dance more. Nope. I will never forget that moment either, that I was like, wow, this is not what is going to fulfill me in my career. So after the show, let me correct myself. After I got eliminated, I decided to move back to New York City again and really go after my teaching dreams. So I ended up finding an amazing studio that I was with for many years, and I loved being there and learning and growing with my students. It is literally still one of my favorite places to be in New York City. Also, something that I'm super proud of that I will definitely get more into later is starting my youth dance company, Rich Dance Project. So I was in New York City, loving teaching. I was loving the process of building my dance company, and I loved my amazing community, and I was feeling super content. And boom, here we go again. This time, I was surprised by an awesome job opportunity in Texas, and I would be able to teach for an internship program, a convention, and a studio. And let me tell you, I did not know what to do. Homegirl was confused. Do I stay in NYC or go to Texas for a new adventure and a list of unknowns? That was a hard decision. But after much prayer and huge signs from God that I could not ignore, I ultimately decided to move to Texas. And Texas was an adventure. I was challenged, humbled. I met amazing people that are my friends and I love so much. And I had awesome students that I grew a lot from. They were amazing, supportive, and some of the sweetest and kindest students that I've ever had the pleasure and honor of teaching. So although it was challenging and I had moments where I was like, wow, this is hard, because obviously growth is hard, I loved it and I wouldn't change it for anything. That was probably one of the most monumental seasons of my life, and I'm super grateful, and it was awesome. So, speed to now, I currently live in Rhode Island, and what led me here were two awesome things. Number one, a career shift to teaching in colleges and universities, and that had been a huge goal of mine for a while, so I was super pumped when the opportunity presented itself. And number two, to move closer to my love and his kiddos. And because God is so amazing, one of my love's kiddos is a dancer. How awesome is that, guys? She is such a beautifully gifted dancer, and she does competition, and it's been really awesome, and I'm so grateful to watch her journey now. Now, she has amazing parents that support her, and we all truly want her to have the best dance experience. So as of late, I've had a huge perspective shift when it comes to dance and watching from the sidelines of her dance journey. So I had a thought. If myself, Ashley Rich, who has been dancing since age 3, is having a challenging time navigating this, how do dance parents that don't have dance experience feel? Sheesh, it must be super hard. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, ladies, we're including the fellas too. This is what led me to starting this podcast. Now, as you heard, my dance journey has been an amazing adventure up to this point, and I hope you'll go on this new journey with me as I take on the incredible honor of better equipping you as dance parents with the tools and information to navigate your child's dance journey. So, Dance Fam, it has been a joy to chat with you about my journey, and please be sure to stay tuned for my next episode. In the upcoming episodes, we will be chatting about topics ranging from how to support your dancer during comp season to looking for signs of burnout in your dancer. You don't want to miss out. Well, Dance Fam, once again, my name is Ashley Rich, and I want to thank you for listening to Dance Chats, the podcast that helps dance parents navigate their child's dance journey with wisdom, grace, and purpose. To connect with me, you can find me on Instagram at Dance Chats Podcast or on my website, www.arichdance.com. I have so many offerings that have been built to help dancers become their best, so check it out. Until next time, lots of love.